What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I know most of you guys have heard of the saying, stay in your lane. It could be interpreted as stay out of other folks' business, but it also could be interpreted as stay doing what you do best. Leave other things alone. And what tends to happen is that we like to sometimes overextend ourselves, be a little greedy, chase money, and chase clout. Instead of just focusing on what you do very well and leaving other things to other people, we want to sometimes grab it all. And in the case of grabbing it all, that's Andrew Holmes. Andrew Holmes, when I first found out about who he was, before these allegations came about, I thought he actually lived in Dolton. Andrew Holmes doesn't live in Dolton. Andrew Holmes is a big-time Chicago activist. And what I've heard is he's so popular in Chicago that once, he walks with you or you walk around him, people are just like, yo, what's going on, Mr. Holmes? What's going on, Andrew? He's something like a celebrity. He's known that much in the city. That's Andrew Holmes. If Andrew Holmes would have just stayed focused on Chicago activism, Chicago politics, worrying about, helping the community, we might not be talking about him today. Not saying he's perfect, but we wouldn't know him today. But Andrew Holmes wanted to get that extra $20,000 a year as a trustee in the city of Dolton, at the same time trying to make these extra incomes come in his older age. Big mistake. Okay? Because Andrew Holmes, as an activist, had other gigs, other paying jobs. Chicago Survivors is one of them. But that came to a halt when this young lady said this about Andrew Holmes.
The other assistant, being in our modes of being an assistant, we're saying stuff out loud, especially if the mayor's there, 'cause she's always doing something, so she wants to hear what we have while she's doing something or whatever. So now that assistant, she'll always say, okay, well, we got this upcoming trip. And then she said the dates, and she said May 21st. And I was like, that's my 31st birthday. I've never been there. I didn't necessarily know if I was going or not, but I definitely said, I want to make that trip. So Tiffany was, telling me, like, this is not, no trip like that. Like this, we're going down there for business. And I said, well, I definitely understand, but I still never been in the vicinity of Vegas. So even if I could just be there and it's my birthday, I would still feel good. But, I was like, how hard I work anyway, so I'm not even worried about that. And that was the conversation. This is our last night in Vegas. When we clock out, isn't anybody hitting the strip with me? It's my birthday. And everybody said no, or they had something else to do, but Andrew. Miles did say that if he's done doing whatever he was doing, he'll catch up with us. Okay, so fine, but I at least knew I got a man with me, I'm gonna make it home. I ain't even gotta worry about try to go on the strip by myself. I legitimately thought that, I was gonna make it home. Until my last memory was me waking up in his room.
That allegation came out in April, and what we're finding out in May is here's the result of what happened in April.
CBS 2 has confirmed local anti-violence activist Andrew Holmes was fired from the organization Chicago Survivors. In that role, Holmes has shown up to many crime scenes to offer services to the families of homicide victims. Holmes is also a Dolton trustee and is facing sexual assault accusations by a former Dolton employee. Chicago Survivors says their relationships with the victims' families and the community is paramount, and there needs to be a strong mutual trust and an assumed high level of safety for the adults and children. Their statement goes on to say, quote, for those reasons, we terminated his employment in April. Upon learning of those serious allegations, Holmes didn't respond to our request for comment once the lawsuit by his accuser was filed.
There's an old saying that goes a little something like this. 1 year can change your life. In the case of Andrew Holmes, it's been 1 month, okay? 1 or 2 months has changed this man's life. In his older age, all he knows how to do is be an activist. He probably doesn't have any other skill sets. And it's probably not safe for him to move around the city anymore like he used to because of these horrific things that have now come out about him. Now, let me discuss this. Who is to really be at fault? Obviously, he is at fault. But you want to know something? We would not be here if he would not have taken that ill-advised, taxpayer-funded trip to Las Vegas in which he shouldn't have been using the taxpayers' money. All Andrew Holmes had to say, not going to be able to make it. I might not agree with the other trustees, but you know what? I'm not going to be able to go. It's taxpayers' money. I really don't need to be in Las Vegas anyway. Let me stay and chill right where I'm at. I'm good where I'm at. I don't need that. Nah, I think I'll pass. I need to go and help some gunshot victims or whatever, or be there and take pictures or something like that. I'll leave it alone. That ain't what he did. And see, the thing is, when you're loyal to money and you're not loyal to things that are truthful, you will find yourself in situations like this when you don't do the right thing. I know. And this is a lesson for all of you. My mama used to always tell me, you better know who you running with. You better know who you're running with in these streets. And you would have thought that Andrew Holmes, being damn near 60, would have figured that out. He's stupid. Didn't figure it out. He got with somebody immature, 20 years younger than him, and then he then allowed himself to be involved with this and then be dumb enough to do what he did to that lady, which would have all not happened unless he's done it before they say he has. But honestly, that wouldn't have happened had he not been there. He shouldn't even be in Dolton as a trustee. He doesn't live there. If he would have just stayed focusing on himself and not, not committing crimes, being a Chicago survivor spokesman and all these things, he wouldn't be fired. He would still be doing what he's doing, but he can't do that. And I'm gonna tell you right now, in life, you better be where you're supposed to be at, doing what you're supposed to be doing. And it's life lessons in this. This is an old man. Now he went from being a hero 6 months ago in the city of Chicago to not knowing if he gonna get his chop blocked off, being called a rapist, all of those years. And let's say if it's true or not, it won't matter, which I believe it's true. But the allegation alone is what they're dealing with. It ain't the fact that he's alleged and all of this. No, even if it comes out that it wasn't true, they're still never hiring back. So you gave all of that up because you shouldn't have been there in the first place. That's what your stupid ass get. You shouldn't even have been there at all. Okay? Y'all shouldn't have been there on the taxpayers' money to Las Vegas, but you wanted to go ahead on and be cool with her so you could be a trick. You can get something for free because you don't care about the people. You cared about getting some money and taking pictures. Now look at where them pictures done got you, bro. Look at what you getting a lot of publicity now. That's for sure. Boy, let me tell you, you getting a lot of goddamn publicity now. Oh, yes, you are. We all know about you now. I'm an African. Everybody know Andrew Holmes. Everybody in the world know you for this. I hope you're happy. Now, all these other ladies coming out saying this, and you got a problem. You're supposed to be helping these people, but you don't care about that. You care about the money and notoriety. Now you got it. You, like the old folks say, got just what I wanted. You sure did. Now look at your ass. And I'm telling you, don't y'all be no fool. It could be you. It could be me. Don't be no fool. Don't be going around here messing your life up, doing something that you ain't got no business doing. You ain't supposed to be there. Stay in your lane. Nope, I ain't supposed to be in Las Vegas. That's taxpayers' money. I'm going to stay right here. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm good. Y'all go out there and have a good time. Don't want to be caught up in y'all's foolishness. Can't say that. Look at him now, Dusty. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shady Jackson. Back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Richard Far, you do, Sir Bell. We're out.